Welcome back, Cash Club TV, man. And today we got another good one, man. I see. I'm not trying to disappoint anymore. I'm trying to do my thing, man. So I try to get straight into it, right? Um, Pat Bev, man. First he's fighting his name on the court. Now at the table. Now within his podcast. It's been a lot of shit going on, especially all the beef going on at Barstool. And he gave a side of it after all the bad accusations that he had, everything that went on with him. He talked about it, man. So we got to jump into because his co-host just responded. Jay, Will, and Rone have finally responded, man. So let's get into this response. This is on Twitter, and there's a couple things about Pat Bev. He's been in the news, but let's first get into this response and just see how this sounds, because to me, it sounded a little nasty. So let's get into it.
Talk about what everybody wants us to talk about. So let's get into the Pat Bev situation, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I guess, let's go ahead, I guess. Yeah.
All I have to say about it is I know that Pat Bev is misrepresenting what happened, and he knows that he's not telling the full truth about this situation. But like I said to him personally when I reached out to him, I wish him nothing but the best.
That is the most passive-aggressive shit I've ever... Ron, that was trash. He's misrepresenting. What is he misrepresenting? I want to talk about it. Because if you go through your comments on your videos, it's not good. So that's something I would talk about. What did he misrepresent here? Because I'm confused. Did it not happen like that? Because he said you had nothing to do with it. He even had your back on it. So what is it, Ron? Because that didn't sound, to me, the same energy he gave you, even though he's off the podcast. So let's hear it. And then there's a lot of people in the comments also saying, oh, it's better without Pat Bev. Cut it the fuck out. Stop. We don't give a fuck about that show. You can tell about it in the views that nobody watches that anymore. So stop it.
Yeah, that's as short and as sweet as you can be.
Right? I mean, I like it's dragging it. Like I don't know. I don't think, because I had like a 7-minute video. I deleted that, threw it in the trash. Like it's like I don't want to be doing this like big back and forth.
I don't really think there's no need to be a big back and forth, because one, I think y'all were homies. Y'all definitely were homies, and I think hopefully at the end of this, you'll still be some sort of homie. Like, I don't know about if y'all kick it on the couch or anything like that, but at least, you know what I'm saying, still be some sort of homies, if you know what I'm saying. But what I got to say on it is, like, I think I never really knew Pat Bev from really a can of paint, just other than hooping, right? Just hooping against him and what I've heard and read and things like that. Never knew anything about him until I really sat down on that couch with him the first time. So I didn't know how it was going to go. I just knew a little bit about his personality. I know my personality. I thought it might work out, and I thought, yeah, we had some good vibes going a little bit. But then he just up and left us and went on over there overseas to play ball. And still to this day, I reached out to Buddy to check on him after the shit went down, and I got a response saying he was cool, and then we got word about whatever happened.
Don't say Buddy like it's real beef and like it's a real issue. Like, don't say Buddy. Have respect, man. Say his name. He put you on the show. Don't do that. And really, you can't last. You should have no opinion on this at all. He put you on there last and you did it, but like, don't do that, because if time serves us right, you did the same thing to Player's Choice. You were on a show with them and you up and quit without saying anything. So as for somebody in this world to understand, it should be you, Jay Will. All this, you start reverting back to who you really was, man. You trying to do all this brotherhood, I'm down type shit. You reverted to exactly who you were. Look at these two snakes together.
But the only issue I had with Pat was the trust issue. Like, he just up and left us when I thought we had something rocking. Didn't tell me. I'm not his boss. He's not obligated to tell me, but I can just speak on what I know. If I was fitting to do something after we started the podcast like we did, I'm going to let all y'all know, like, look, I got this in the works. It might happen, it might not, just so y'all can get y'all shit together if you need to. But yeah, that's what I'm on. The dishonesty, I should say, maybe. I don't want to say he lied to us, because he just didn't really tell me. So he didn't lie. He wasn't truthful. And
he didn't lie, but he wasn't truthful. That's the shit they be. That's what I be talking about. Am I overanalyzing? For sure. But I'm just saying, he's not lying, but he's not. Okay.
Told Mr. Portnoy, he's a pretty big figurehead there at Barstool from day one, that that I'm a guy that's big on trust. And I don't care if you tell me something that you know that I'm not gonna like, I need you to say that to me. Don't sugarcoat that shit. So I just feel like in this situation, Pat Bev kind of let us down in a way. And he went and did his thing, and I wish it could have been more successful or whatever you want to do, but now he wants to get back in the fold, and I'm just not about that. And I'm not, you can't just, and he did.
Nigga, this is not your show. What are you I mean, now it is. But it was not your show. It was the Pat Bev podcast, and I invited you on. Nigga, if I don't want to be on for 4 months and I come back, it should be cool. Because I got some shit going on. That's what a friend would do. They'll realize, all right, he guys still want to make some money. Let him go overseas. We'll hold it down. The fuck are you talking about? It's different if y'all all three started this podcast together and he's trying to get the same bread out of y'all and you guys are actually there and he's not. But get the fuck out of here. You sound crazy right now. You have no wheel. You are talking more than a snake to your right because you sound crazy. And I watched this before. At the end of this video, he just exposing himself for Pat Bev being right in the beginning.
He mentioned something about some teammates. If he signed a contract and he wanted to leave his teammates or something one day, he ain't allowed to do that. Well, in retrospect, that's what he kind of did right here to us. So he got to watch what he say with that a little bit. But yeah, I got nothing bad against Pat Bev other than he just didn't tell me the truth. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he rocks out on his no show. Whatever he does, bomb. That's all I got to say about it.
One, this was not my decision. I did not make the call. I'm not the boss in this situation. Two, as far as my and his relationship, I feel like there's some stuff that's being misrepresented about the communication going back and forth. Kind of like what you said. When Pat left our show and our show about the NBA to go to Israel and left the NBA to go to Israel, he didn't call me or tell me. I found out via a tweet. When he left to go to Greece, I found out via a tweet. When he got arrested, he didn't call me. I found out.
Okay. See, the first two things, Pat, if you did, because this is Rome, not Jay Will, okay, cool. You should have hit him up if you were going to do those decisions or you were thinking about it. Like, hey, this is probably going to be a virtual situation. I'm not going to be able to in the studio for a while. Jay Will, I don't know if he was there or not. Cool. I'll give you that. But if I'm arrested, I'm supposed to hit you up? If I'm arrested? Nigga, I'm in jail. You supposed to reach out to me. What are we talking about? I found out in the tweet. I'm supposed to call you and like, oh, Rome was the first person I called. How does that even make sense? Don't even make no damn sense. What are you talking about, bro? This that snake. This how they move, though. Once you're in your ownership and they just see you expendable, this how they move. They gonna show you every time. Every time. You should never give up ownership. It shouldn't have been a Pat Bev podcast. You should have kept the platform. Let these niggas leave. Let them go do your own thing. Go do hooping and hollering on Barstool. See how long that lasts.
Via a tweet. When the police report came out, I found out via a tweet. So it almost seems like I'm supposed to tell him about stuff that I didn't know about what's going on with this show, but he wasn't telling me stuff about what he knew was going on, which I felt like is not a two-way friendship. And I think that my best suggestion with all of this, because I don't enjoy this type of content, I think is to just keep it basketball and to just talk about basketball going forward. I think that's the best way for everybody to go forward. And it's been a tough week because I'm seeing like lots of misinformation kind of being spread about me. And that's a little bit frustrating. And you try to have a good perspective about it. But that's why I really I think the best way to move forward is just like, let's just talk about basketball. Is that not what people want?
I hate this goddamn all shucks mentality. Fucking battle rapper, now he want to be all shucks. Can't we just talk about it? You know that's not how it is, bro. You know when you made this decision in which you had no authority. You're the on-air talent. If you really wanted to push for him, you could have. And that's how I know you're a liar. You got more seniority than Jay Will. And what Jay Will admits at the end of this is Dave asked him, can you work with him? And he said no. He probably did the same thing to you. Stop with this all shucks shit. I had no idea what was going on. So Jay Will can do that, but you had no idea. So Jay Will signs off on you for what you say now? Stop it, bro. That's bullshit. Like, we got to stop doing that, bro. This is, you're lying. You're trying to play the victim and be this all shucks. You're misrepresenting. Just get the fuck out of here, dude. Can we just talk about hoops? No, brother. Sorry. After this happens, this pretty much is the news cycle. This is what it's going to be. Stupid, bro. It is just crazy. This is crazy, bro. This is just so nasty to listen to these people with my pot. this is nasty. It's not a two-way friendship because you didn't tell me you were leaving the basketball. Cool. I'll give you those 2 points. He didn't tell you he was leaving. Cool. I'll give you that. But he's in jail. He's supposed to hit you up. Brother, come on. Stop it. We got to stop. And watch Jay Will tell on himself right here. This is nasty.
Is it like Bravo?
After this one, we'll talk. Yeah, but we got some shit we need to talk about here. But like, it has nothing to do with you know what I mean? You ain't hiring nobody at Barstool. I'm not hiring nobody at Barstool. And I'm not putting it all on Dave either, who does all the hiring, you know? Yeah, we had conversations. And when Dave asked me what I thought, I told him what I just told y'all. I'm big on trust. So he said, what do you think? Does Pat Bev, would you like Pat Bev to be back on the bar, on the hooping and hollering? And I told Dave, look, it ain't going to work. I won't be the same if you want me and Pat Bev on the hooping and hollering show. It's not going to be the same because I ain't going to feel the same about Buddy because he's already been dishonest to me once. And who's to say he won't do it again? I'm not saying he would, but I'm just saying, what you hiring me for, Dave, to set me with Pat Bev again, you ain't getting what you need. Or what you want.
You told on yourself. Look at Rone's face. He know he just told on himself. So you admit that he did come to y'all, and y'all tried to blow it off, and y'all didn't want him back on the pod. At least say it. This is the cowardness of it. At least Jay Will, you said it. Even though I think you were not smart enough to know that you just said that. But you said that. Rone, you did the same thing. Yeah, he didn't tell me he was going out of town or he got arrested. So, yeah, I just said, fuck him. We're not really friends. Come on, bro. That's not how shit go with friends. Motherfuckers gonna disappoint you as a friend, nigga. It's not that fucking deep. Now it's back to virtual pod. Cool. If it's the same numbers, bro, chill the fuck out. It's not that deep. Come on now. Just admit it. You don't want him back. But to me, that's snake shit. I don't give a fuck how, I will call my friend. And I wouldn't call my friend like, how dare you get arrested and not tell me? That don't make no damn sense, bro. It was just nasty all around. That's pretty much the video.
That's all I have to say about it.
Me too.
That was just dumb. But watch Pat Bev. He gonna speak on a friend dynamic when he kind of responds back to this, just talking about friends in general. So let's listen to this.
Work friend versus or compared to real friend, right? And I didn't know a lot about what a work friend was, because in my line of work as a professional basketball player, it's a brotherhood. You feel me? It's whoever in that locker room, their problems become your problems, and their problems become ways you can help them with them problems. It's a brotherhood. Like, I got my homie back, like, no matter what. You feel me? It's a brotherhood. If he get traded, that's still my homie. Like, you feel me? He going through a tough time, that's still my homie. He get injured, the game just finished, you feel me? He at home watching, he can't travel with the team. Hey, bro, how you feeling, baby? You getting that treatment? Like, so in my profession and being a professional basketball player, it's a brotherhood still. Like, in the NBA and Europe still. Right, I don't know what a work friend is. I don't know how to work with somebody, leave there, and that be it. Right. So
I mean, we all have work friends to an extent. So I mean, you should know. But what he's trying to get at is that he had loyalty. And if we start a podcast together, which means we're going into business together, and this is like my main source of income in terms of a media brand, because basketball is about to end. It's a little different than just work friends. Now, again, if we were on Barstool as just talent and they just pair us together, right, and we're doing a show, cool. But if we come into Barstool with a show, it's a whole different thing. So if he's talking about Rone, yeah, that's fake. And yeah, he don't tell me he goes overseas. I'm not going to cut a friend off of that. That's weird. I'm sorry. It just is. Say something. If you feel that big of a thing, you should have addressed it. But you didn't. So I'm with Pat Bev here, because that's weird. It's weirdo behavior, but that's what they're gonna do to you every time, bro. They're gonna do this to you every time.
Maybe y'all can help me of the dynamic of work friend versus real friend. And I think if you ask any NBA player this, like any NBA player, like, yeah, you got players on your team that you know you might not see eye to eye with, but if something happen, I mean, you cool? You need anything? How can I help? In that order. Are you good? Do you need anything? How can I?
And I completely agree with that. And that's how it has to be. So Let me go to his page because he posted something else. But yeah, man, that was just a crazy story. I just wanted to give just finish out on that story because I don't feel like it's gonna be too much from this. And there might be, who knows? But he got an episode called Us vs. Them. We're gonna take it. I should look at that. It's out too, but I'm gonna get down what I need to watch, and I'm definitely gonna check that one. But it's another thing that he said here. As you can see, him and Brandon Jennings, we're talking about it right here. If you're top 75, you are a Hall of Famer. We're talking about Damian Lillard. Pat Bev said that Damian Lillard is not a Hall of Famer, even though his response here makes zero sense. Like Howard. Yeah, I don't know. That just threw me off. I don't know what he's talking about. But let me see if I can find Pat Bev. Pat Bev. Shoot, can't type, huh? Pat Bev, Damian Lillard. I spelled that wrong. Look at this shit. Here it is right here. This is crazy too. So let me enlarge this.
On the bus, like Pat Bev, is Dame Lillard Hall of Fame? Hell no. Like I love Dame. I love Dame. I promise you, I love Dame. There's no ill will, no beef with Dame at all. But like Hall of Fame is like first off, I feel like we it's too many people getting Hall of Fame. You feel me? Like I feel like it's too many people getting Hall of Fame, right? Let me start off with that. Second off, like Hall of Fame has to be like a combination of like obviously points, rebounds, assists. It has to be a combination of like wins. It has to be a combination of playoff appearances, and it has to be a combination of championships. And right, like if we get like, how we gonna say no to D Rose getting MVP and say yes to Dame Lillard? You know what I'm saying? So like you feel me? Like if we get a chip for sure, right? If we get a chip for sure, but like scoring a lot of points on like, you feel me, okay teams, you feel me? Like I don't think that gets you into Hall of Fame. Like Hall of Fame is like, I don't know. When as a person who would dream of being in Hall of Fame, right? That look at the players in the Hall.
Well, I love you, Pat, but keep dreaming. That ain't happening. But I mean, if we're being honest here, like I don't agree with him at all. Damian Lillard is clearly Hall of Fame. He clearly is, especially for what it is. Now, if he wants to, I get his point though of if this was the NFL Hall of Fame, would he make it? I don't know. That's a little bit more strict. But with this current Hall of Fame right now, he's definitely Hall of Fame. And it's not really, to be honest with you, it's really not that big of a argument, if we're completely being honest. Then, because there's a lot of people that's in the Hall of Fame that just are. So that should not be with that same criteria. So another podcast I watch is To the Baja, the podcast that roasted Rashad McCants. They had a response back to this, so I want to watch this also because I think this is a good response.
Oh, sir. He has one first team, four second teams, two third teams.
Heard enough. I heard enough. It's already in there.
That's my
9, and he's top 75. I hear what he's saying.
Got it.
He's top 75. I hear what Pat Bev's saying, but I can't agree with it because the standard has already been made, right? Mm-hmm. No disrespect to fucking Tim Hardaway Sr., but he's a Hall of Famer. So, and he's a great fucking player, fucking phenomenal. But Dame Lillard, Tim Hardaway. Dame Lillard, to me.
And I completely agree with this. Like, if one is one and the other one is a Hall of Famer, Dame Lillard makes that. If Hardaway makes it, he has to make it. First ballot, that's a different story now. Now, that's a whole different story. I know some people are trying to put that on his argument that he was saying first ballot. I didn't hear that. But, yeah, I completely agree. Like, if Tim Hardaway is, the fact, then, like, he's a no-brainer. Dame Lillard as a Hall of Famer. It just come on.
Right? So it's a no-brainer Hall of Famer. But I wanted to touch on the Pat, but we can do that another day.
He's also averaged 25 points his entire career.
What are we talking about?
You asked me, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, the stats you just said,
There ain't nothing to talk about.
watching him play, playing against him, he's a Hall of Fame player.
There's nothing to talk about.
His accolades speak for themselves. Yes, he didn't have tremendous amount of team success because
but Hall of Fame is not team success.
I know that. But Pat Bev said it's a combination of those things. Team success, wins, whatever. Yeah, I mean, a product of him being in Portland so long, you know.
He was a Hall of Famer off that game-winning shot he hit against us. A Hall of Famer shot.
That was a Hall of Famer shit. The shit he did, was it OKC
Ain't
too?
the one in Houston too, you're right.
Yeah. That was Houston. No,
Houston.
the one that he waved, that was you guys. Oh, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
He waved at you guys.
Man, that was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Sidestep to the right from damn near half court.
Over PG.
I also think it's super disrespectful because I think he has 20,000 points.
Man, listen, man, the man's a Hall of Famer.
20,000
to be in the Hall of Fame.
Shit. Like, he one of the best 3-point.
If Pat Bev is saying we need to redo how the Hall of Fame, is structured and
we can't redo it now.
But like CV said, it's already like there's guys in the Hall of Fame that has had a better career than.
1,000%.
So.
Yeah, and that kind of just sums it up. That's just what it is, man. Like you can, and they explain it the best here. It's just like you can't do that. It just makes zero sense, and it just doesn't work. So I just want to get that off and want to watch that. Yeah, I just want to because it was just a lot of stuff that's going on with that. Next reaction, I definitely want to talk about Marcellus Wiley talking about the Stephen A. and Jason Whitlock because I want to break all that down because there's a lot of backlash that came back from that. One last thing, actually. Let me see if I can find his low light Pat Bev because he actually had a good reaction to this too, which I liked. Usually I do YouTube. I can't find him. I can't find his Twitter. I forgot what it was called. Here it is actually. Well, that's what I was looking for. So. Yeah. Ooh, there it is right here. All right. So he had, I think he had one of the best responses back to this. I can understand Rone's frustrations with Pat. But why does he owe Jason Williams an explanation? If Jason acknowledged that he didn't know Pat and he is on a final say-so at Barstool, like, who cares? It just sounds like Jason Williams is a co-worker. And that was just summarizes everything I've been saying, and I completely agree with that. So that's all I want to talk about on here. Dame Lillard is clearly a Hall of Famer. Pat Bev, you're smoking on that. I'm with you with a lot, but you were just smoking crack if you think that. There's so many different players that have not made it, but or that are on there that sometimes don't deserve it. He's one of those guys. He carried a franchise for a very long time, and he was good until a couple years ago when he tore his Achilles. So we got to show respect when we show respect, man. But this is Cash Club Reacts, man. I just want to do a quick reaction to this because I really want to break down Stephen A. Smith and I'm just going to call him Jason Whitlock for now. I'm being nice. That beef. So tune in when I get to that one because that's actually going to be a good video, longer video. But this is going to be a short one. I just want to speak on this and kind of close up that Pat Bev chapter. But let me know what you think, man. Am I wrong? Am I right? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know because I could be wrong. Again, I love doing this. I love doing these reactions. So
just hooping against him and what I've heard.
I just had to play him because he was just sounding like a dope head. He sounded crazy. But this is Cash Club Reacts, and I'm out. Peace.